Let's see if we can get a stream going this morning, shall we? Alright, unfortunately I'm going to have to pause the various playbacks. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to monitor certain things live. Just have to kind of fake it. Ooh. Ooh. Then we got that roll out of the way. Bam! 100. 28. That's not 100. That's fine. We'll take it. Take what we can get. Alright, so I literally went upstairs earlier this morning and the wife started lamenting about internet's difficulties right away. So may or may not be able to stream this morning. We'll just have to see. That go for now. I'm just going to eat this 100. I'm not going to waste my time moving around 100 XP gem. Which again, I feel like we could probably have a system in place to keep people from doing dirty things with the XP stones, but maybe not. Maybe they're just not programmed very wisely. I don't know. Well, maybe let that go too. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a bunch of miscellaneous weird stuff, right? Hey, good morning, Steven. How's it going, mate? And hopefully everything will continue to be dandy and we'll be able to just get our streaming on like usual here. We're not that far away from level 14. A very rainy day. Yeah, I think today might also be a little bit overcast and drizzly today. I know it's tomorrow supposed to be sunshiny and lollipops. So, I don't know for sure. I also know that Remington has big plans to be moving things around today and yesterday. It's part of the reason we're not trying to stream with Remy this morning. We could do some forbidden stuff or some tormented stuff. We could do a made to order. We haven't done a made to order in a minute. It's a little tricky to do made of order because of all the traps. But it's probably the most efficient XP here. Don't know if that's really what I want to do this morning though. Let's do something that's a little bit more chill to start with here. Good morning, Fry. So bracers of wind are earned by farming particular crafting materials from the Kenneth crafting challenges. So here we go. The base item takes 400 arrowheads from the lava cave Circle of Power and 400 Kobold Islands Kobold Chaos. So that's how you make the base item. What is nice, if I remember correctly, you can basically jump to any of the tier 1 level versions. So like if you want a level 11, you just go get the different materials and get them up there. And the crafter is, once you already have the materials, you just gotta go find and talk to the right trader. Rumi's birthday was good. It was good. We went out to a dinner with my friend LJ, and LJ. The reason we went specifically is because LJ wanted to get Remington his first couple of drinks. I thought, all right, it's cool. All right, let's see. I think we're gonna just try to hit a couple of these explorers really quickly until we have one rank left, and then we'll find a quest to do. Unless this goes extremely fast, but it shouldn't go very quick. Each of these are like 500 experience, and it's going to take about a minute on average for the... So the XP per minute is pretty not great. But I just want something a little different to do. In case the wife comes downstairs and is like, hey, the internet's really gone to crap for me upstairs. Can you go ahead and turn it off? As the primary bread earner, she gets kind of dibs on how important the internet is. Like I said, she literally... I walked upstairs this morning and she was giving me a hard time about it, so I don't want to get too set here on the stream just yet. I also find it to be really important to have something like this in your back pocket that you can do that doesn't involve a lot of stress, and you can kind of relax and just kind of check out a little bit mentally, or boot up mentally, whatever the case may be. Oops. Where did I not turn it? There we go, I didn't turn back here. Nope. The addition of the mounts really make this a lot nicer, by the way. You can just kind of ride through the explore points, ride to rares. Stop when you want to stop and just ride past everything else. There's also some low-level slayers that can be done. I'm not really that big of a fan of knocking out low-level slayers. I know a lot of people do slayers to get the 30. But I am not a let's get a 20 by a slayer zone person. Thought I heard someone rolling around on the, like a wheeled chair rolling around. I think the furnace just came on. Again, I'm trying to keep an ear open for the wife in particular here. If she has a bad day, we all have a bad day, right? Ah, there we go. Here's our first rare of the morning. Despair. she must be obeyed. It's not so much that as I don't like the idea of causing extra stress on her life, and if she has difficulty working, which she already brings a lot of stress on because she doesn't do a very good job of like compartmentalizing now that she's done with work. She can set it aside. She's not very good at that. So she already keeps like a high buffer of stress on her plate because of work. So adding extra stress on top of it, not the handiest thing. I wish I could get her to spend a little bit more time on like de-stressing. She is, in my opinion, very poor at that. She carries that stress on her shoulders all the time. Look at this guy attacking me. Not cool, bro. Yeah, we still need like 10,000 experience, 8,000 experience. I mean, it's out here in the Explorer Zone for sure. I just don't know if this is what we want to do for the next 10 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Otherwise, I guess we'll go do something. Like I said, I usually do the Necro 4 or the Necro 3 chain, but I don't know how much of that I really care about doing today. Look at this cute little doggy getting me off my horse. Give me to take a break and enjoy this beautiful scenery. Man, I gotta do something about my nose in the morning. I don't know if it's just dust or something. It might just be dust, actually. I need to clean in here really badly. Like, quite badly. The main problem is that all the magic cards behind me collect dust like crazy because they don't have a lid on the box right now. I need to get them cleaned out and sold anyway. Also, my mustache is a little long. So it's like, once you start to fiddle with it, it doesn't feel right. I need to trim it down. Trim it down. Well, I just need to get them sold. They shouldn't get discolored with the amount of light that they have in here. Gray pelt, but they just need to get sold. I have to cash out over the next few months anyway, because we're hopefully going to be transitioning to our bus over the next year or so. which means I can't bring him with me, so.
The heat of the desert is incomparable to the sweltering temperature emanating from the burning bush.
They just gotta go, wow, this guy. Good shot. The bus sounds like a great adventure. Where do we plan to go? Pretty much all over the U.S., to be honest. We'll probably start with a little bit of time in Colorado. My best friend Tobrell lives in Colorado, and just kind of want to visit, experiment with some of the natural alternatives that they have available there, see how some of those things do for my head, for my migraines, and if it seems like something that is actually getting some work done, then we'll have to figure something out from there. From there, however, my brother is in Seattle, so we'll probably visit him very quickly. We've got Patrick also in that neck of the woods, so it's possible and likely we will start by going west, northwest, and kind of work our way around. But we really just want to explore the United States, Canada, probably less Canada, more the United States. We'll explore a little bit of Canada to get up to Alaska. We'd like to spend a summer in Alaska. So, I don't know, we'll here, there, a little bit of everywhere. Plus, we would like to spend more time going to conventions and cons and stuff like that. Magic tournaments. If those things ever get to happen again. Not always sure. Not always sure that they're going to exist again. We are in the middle of nowhere right now, yeah. You could not be much more centrally located in the United States than Salina, Kansas. We're probably not exactly the middle, but we're pretty bloody close. Oh, good. We got that rank. Got that rank that I was looking for. Don't think there's much along this direction. If you have an RGB store, your middle of nowhere card is automatically revoked. Yeah, we have the arena. It's where I work part-time, doing their like advertising and maintaining some of their internet structures, like their what I'm allowed to do on their website and stuff like that. Guess it depends on your what you consider nowhere, I guess, right? Please mail in my middle of nowhere card for proper disposal. Oh, rough. Is that tornado country?
Moons to the west of this rocky field.
We do get quite a few tornadoes each year, but not as many as like Florida. Florida is technically the leader in tornadoes in the U.S. But we do have our fair share of tornadoes here. Ooh, there we go. Something to feed to our sentient gem.
Dozens of adventurers have met their demise at this dead end. They were all no sight of the vow.
Alright. So what 11s do we want to do? Do we want to do made to order? Do we want to try to do some Necro 3 quests? So we're pretty much at that point. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this Explorer run, just because there's only 3 left, and most of them are very easy to get to. So we'll just zoop through there. Shoop. 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 We'll just weave through really quickly and get those picked up. We could kill one more undead for a quick, like, 600 experience.
The Windlasher Knights use this summoning circle to call upon the aid of foul creatures. Gnoll sharpshooters have a distinct advantage within the confines of Windlasher Canada.
There we go. Up! Up! I tell you, don't ever get used to how your character plays in Explorer Zone compared to like a real area. You're gonna trick yourself into thinking that you're way awesomer than you really are. But look at me, I'm just cruising. Should we look for the dog? It's fine. I don't like this quest on Reaper by yourself. It's very easy for this quest to just basically fail out of nowhere because of a bad champ or a scorp or something. It's literally a protection quest, but you have to spread out and protect what, seven things, 5 at a time, and that is just ridiculous. We're also very close to the window where we probably want to do some night revels. I don't know if we're actually at the point where we're going to do some night revels, but we certainly are close. But we could zerg through a made to order fairly quickly. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give made to order a quick once through really fast here. Let me blow my nose again. Probably another dozen times, but at least one more. I don't know. It seems strange because I don't want my son to leave, but I am looking forward to him being out in the sense that this isn't like when he went away to college for, theoretically 4 years where we knew that he would be back when we were done. This is him trying to actually go, which means I can start to reclaim that space when he's gone. Over here. I'm fed up with DDO, and you push the magic button to have the momentous and juicy swears off the stream. Yeah, that's not it. That is not it. If I didn't lose it last night, during last night's things, those sniffles are the fakest ones you ever heard. I'm sorry. I said I wish I knew what was going on too. Let's see, made to order should be over here. Magic cards literally collecting dust. Yeah, I also... This is the other thing that's weird about it. The more I sit here in my office, the less my nose will run. But every time when I wake up every single day, it's a problem. It's literally what gets me out of bed in the morning is the fact that my nose is being an old D-bagger rootski. Alright, so here comes our first wave of traps. I'm just gonna run through and pray. It is not the best way, but it is the way we're going to do it. Yeah, I actually could even see myself moving upstairs. So right now, my office is in a small room. Well, that's not a small room. It's more than twice as large as my childhood bedroom, but for this house, it's a pretty small. Pretty small room, and I could move. It's in the basement. I could move upstairs to Remy's room once he's out. Once more for my DDO knowledge. You're looking for a class that is 50% not dying and 50% AoE. Then honestly, you probably are looking for either Warlock, Favored Soul, or Cleric. I would even argue that a charisma-based paladin right now, like a two-handed fighting paladin, could also do that. if you have like a human or one of the other races that has the strike through bonus. How does the Warlock do the AoE part? Depending on your charge shape or you can shape your blasts. So the default's a single target. But in one of the trees you can make it cone shape. You can make it chain. You can make it an aura. I typically like the aura, but the aura is not the greatest DPS. But the thing I like about the aura is it's going to hit everything when it's in range. You don't have to like point and click. Huh, okay. Let me clear this. The wiki page back up here again. So in the enhancement lines, under Warlock, I honestly don't remember which one's which. We'll just open all three of them. So Enlightened Spirit, this first core says Aura. Right, this is what I used last life. To kind of get things done, right? To have the passive activation of my Warlock stance, so I can continue to use my Greatsword to do melee combat. In Soul Eater, however, you have Eldritch Blast shaped cone, which is you have to. It's a tier 3 in Soul Eater. It's right here. So you need what? 11 or 12 points to get there. 12 points in the Soul Eater tree, and then when you turn this on, instead of being a little long range blast, it'll be much shorter, and it'll be a cone. And then in the Tainted Scholar, it's this one, you have Eldritch Blast shaped chain, which means it kind of moves from target to target. So you still target one thing at a time, but it goes out. So if you're looking for AoE on your Warlock, a lot of people really like that cone shape. Again, I like the aura stuff. I know some people say the damage is much lower, and it probably is. But it lets you use melee weapons or ranged weapons while you're doing stuff. Probably melee, so you can get stuff inside your aura. And now with like the charisma to hit and damage in the new tree, you can kind of do some interesting stuff, I think, with Warlocks now. So you can be a cookie cutter tiefling cone spamming gentleman. You could. You could indeed. Man, excuse me. Gross. Gross. Again, it's just long on this side, so it feels weird. I need to trim my mustache and beard really badly. I need to get myself a haircut too. Yes, I've become one of those freaks that would rather cut their own hair poorly than go sit with a mask on. I'm already a person that doesn't like getting a haircut because I'm a naturally very paranoid person. And my eyes are not... I mean, I wear glasses for a reason. So, not having my glasses on, sitting in a chair, while somebody that I don't know, intentionally takes a bunch of sharp objects in and out and around my head. Like, for me, that's getting a haircut's already kind of a leap of faith in the first place. But, now, with COVID, being asked to wear a mask the whole time, and that level of uncomfort is just not something I'm down with. Hey, good morning, it's Lab. I don't have an XP potion going. The wife doesn't like the idea of helping out with doing the hair cutting bits. She's a person that she already feels like I look ridiculous for my haircut half the time anyway. She doesn't want to be part of that process. When I put it that way, ... Again, I realize I'm a paranoid person. I make no bones for that. Paranoia is strong on the male side of my family. You normally have long curly hair, been shaving your head since COVID though. Yeah. My problem specifically with my hair is I've figured out how to do the sides, right? The sides and the back and stuff. That's all pretty easy. But I don't know what to do with the top. And the top is where I feel like I could use a helper. But my wife does not wish to be a helper. Really tempted to buy one of those Flobies. Or I think that's what it's called, right? The vacuum cleaner attachment. Just to try to do something. I don't need it to be perfect. I just need it to be not so long. Oh, I need to be working in the 6 button more often again. That's the other thing. See, I'm not worried about shrining. I'm a little bit worried about a gravity-related accident here. just, I don't know, at some point I need to either go have a professional get it cut down again, or figure out a way to do the top myself. Probably need to go figure out how to get the top done. Wow, have we really spent that much time in this quest that Durham's 13-minute death ward is wore off? Guess we did have at least one coffee sneezy hacky fit. We're probably going to have another one here in just a moment. Six. Need to make sure this is running before we hit 6 next time, and really kind of see if we can get some good damage on it.
The battle-scarred Marut pounds against the door, threatening to take down the mountain.
Hey, Arnold! Oh, these things didn't even come to life yet. This character seems strong. It is very strong, actually. The Barbarian bear is something good enough that I am actually considering doing for the hardcore server. It's like Durham's not going to fix my curse. Fix my own curse. But we have 126 MMR, or PRR. We have 66 MMR. With pretty much everything, we're doing right around 100 points of damage plus on Reaper 1. About what, 130 on Reaper 1. With Weapon Bond 1 Spirit, we do have a pretty reasonable heal that's on a 2-minute cooldown. So it's pretty good. Now, granted, being in, or having a bunch of past lives, giving us those iconic points that we earned from past lives, it's allowed us to take things like Maul out of the shifter tree, essentially for free. So that this Maul plus our casting Maul from being in bear form and having a good Intimidate gives us 3 Intimidate cooldown timers, which is pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Kind of want to keep increasing this weapon bond. 20 temporary hit points when you damage an enemy every 9 seconds now. That's pretty good. Gesundheit, thank you. So overall, I'm really enjoying the Bearbarian here. Let's just run through Ataraxia's Haven. I don't think I want to do any of the other 11s. Like, I don't want to go do Delira's. I don't think I want to go do Necropolis 3, any of those today. And I think we could probably ride through here and pick up the 17,000 experience we need. Maybe, maybe not. To do it, we'll have to probably pick up some kills. Do I have any peppermint left down here? I don't think so. Where are you? Mr. No. There we go, there's a little bit. Peppermint, helps unclog your nose and then stops it from running, allegedly. My son uses it a lot. His nose also bothers him, and it really helps him out. It's got similar chemical compound in it as does like Halls. When you open up Halls and you like that mentholy type thing, it's got a similar effect. So without that oily petroleum oily feeling. Anyway, I left the bottle open in front of the fan in hopes that it would point this way. Oh boy.
The space beyond the large archway of this underground temple is
So what else is new? Anything? Can check the Twitter box again and see if there's anything going on. I'm really glad that they have some quests here in the game. Not really quests even, but some options in case you don't feel like doing questing. that make sense? Just like something very chill on the side. Hey baby girl, what are you doing? I'm trying to think if there's like literally anything else going on here. So, Adrian Sullivan, who is a Magic the Gathering player that I like a lot, has put out a list of movies, and I'm not sure if these are like his favorite movies or he's just listing off a bunch of things in general. I'm not entirely sure what this pattern is, but some of these movies on this list I can understand being a favorite. Then I don't understand why some of these go together. So, like, for example here, it's got Knives Out, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, 3 billboards outside of Abilene, Missouri, Mad Max Fury Road, Edge of Tomorrow, The Conjuring, Looper, Cabin in the Woods, Toy Story 3, Whip It, In Brogues, Ratatouille, Short Bus, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Like, that's his list. Is that 10? Is that his top 10? Come on, get back off the horse. Aren't those Oscar winners? They might be. Did Into the Spider-Verse win an Oscar? I do not recall Into the Spider-Verse winning an Oscar. Didn't it get one for animation? It might have. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to recall here. We finished off the Explorers. I'm not going to worry about getting the last 38 Slayers out here. It's not going to finish us up, so we'll go pick something to do. Spawn of the Whisper Demon is long. Here, let's just do this. This will be easier. Just go redo one of the 11s out of Ravenloft. That'll probably get us there. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do Explorers. I was like, I could do Explorers out here, but I don't know where any Explorers are really out there. There's a couple kind of close by. This one's probably the quickest.
You have returned to Castle Ravenloft, this time uninvited. As promised, the servant's door was not sealed, a sign that Jesper the Raven made it this far at least.
Alright, so I always click the first one, and then I always click the last one. I don't know how important it is to actually do that, but
Says he went off to steal a potion from the Queen of Witches, whose lair is
This is
at
what
the
I
top
do.
of the South Tower.
yeah, I don't know what the list is. That's what I'm saying. It just was like tweeted without comment. As I said, when I first started seeing it, I thought perhaps it was the comment that, or maybe it's stuff that he's watched during COVID. I heard a noise. But it feels unlikely that people haven't watched Shitty Shitty Bang Bang.
This is the South Tower stair. Following it all the way to the top should get you close to the lair of the old perilous answer to Jesper's journey.
Maybe really watched it. You haven't watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? You should watch it. Watched it a long time ago. I couldn't tell you that much about it right now. I think Iron Man chases an attractive woman. Is that right? No, it's a cop movie. American black comedy crime film. This is not the movie I was thinking of. Let's be thinking of another Robert Downey Jr. movie.
As you come to the door of the Witch's Den, you recall the password from Jesper's journal. You whisper, and the words on the door obey. Many sets of green eyes shine out at you from the darkness. They regard you with a haughty aloofness that only one creature across the many planes has truly mastered. The cat. The withered forms of two hags glare at you from across their corridor. One of them, the taller of the two, gestures when you speak. The old witch's cap, and one of them sneers at you. Face twisting into their gravity, the witch continues.
Given an arm and leg at the Maybar stuff was split in the 20s. Split in the 20s.
Don't you? A hag begins to give off tremendous heat, and something begins to emerge. The cauldron's fiery heat abates. These vile crows
I'm not
have
following.
last curses. It is time to search their lair. Find the set of vials, see the potions of gaseous form described in the journal. They will allow
Right
you
now,
to
farming out a
magic
24
power within the
is
treasure.
going level 4s. Yeah, I don't think I'm following on this one, my guy.
Broken furnishings lie scattered about the room. At the center of the destruction is the smashed remains of a moldering cave. Its sickly sweet smell permeates the wreckage. Something large but unseen suddenly moves through the air, smashing through furniture like it was paper. It is circling you.
I just think most of the Maybar stuff is done pretty well. Like it's balanced at a pretty reasonable.
You walk the witch's path, and you watch as your body evaporates into a fine mist. By string
In a pretty reasonable way.
You push yourself through the tiny tower window and take solid form again on the inside. The tower seems to
I also just do everything 5 levels above, wherever I'm at. Doesn't matter.
Its pages are brittle with age, and much of it is illegible. What you can make out suggests the author is none other than Strahd himself. Perhaps your allies back in town can make sense of it.
That was a quick 10,000. Which is all we really needed. It was nice to do something different. Like do a little bit of the explore zones instead of just having to do everything quest. I think we still do this. I think there's enough of a jump here. So right now we get 2 to con, 10 to your armor class. For -2 to intelligence and charisma. So here we're going to get 4 to our constitution and 5 more exceptional AC. Spell effects consider you as an animal, so you are immune to hold person. Big boy mode on. Is there anything at level 14 that kind of stands out? That would be... mostly things like, weapons from Abbott. I can't really think of much else. Oh, my bad. No, we also get, we get hats. Hats make a big difference. Wisdom hat would be okay. Tail of the Scorpion would be okay. I think I just want this Mighty Guardian's hat for now. And that'll free up our glove slot to put something else in. So we gave up Relentless Fury for that. And now our glove slot is literally just like Resistance 5. I bet we can find a better pair of gloves now to wear. I don't know what. But I bet we can find something. Even if it's just another set from Ravenloft set, so we can free up like our belt or our... probably free up our belt. You know, our Enduring Conviction is something that we can play with. Our UMD is not 30? What is our UMD? $29. So this is funny. Just use like stagger shockers till next. So what I'm actually debating on doing is finding another piece and then switching these boots in. Or the other boots that I have laying around. Or just putting in these double strike 8s. Or I could just wear these severed finger gloves. Yeah, it's 15. Next level, everything will get changed. I just mean for now. So, like, if I put on the crumbling gloves, for example, they don't do that much. Like, they basically do insightful physical sheltering, I think. But it frees up my boot slots. Which would let me put on, this Insightful Seeker. Or those dodge booties that I had. Or just my Firestorm Greaves all the time, which might even be better. It's like literally... Where'd those other boots go? Oh, here we go, the knife-toed boots. These I think would be good. And the reason why I can get away with it is because we have freedom of movement now. So it gives us a little bit of DPS increase. I know, but I always like to look. It's part of my having fun ritual. And then I want to take a moment, because I'm curious how this works. I want to have the possibility of equipping into my Enduring Conviction. Van Richtenstein's Tier. Wizard wines. My little fan is starting to make a weird ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk noise. Really? That one point of UMD is going to actually get us. Strange. Well, I wanted to play with the Enduring Conviction this level, but whatever. I just needed moved slightly. This table is not square, flat, or even in any way, shape, or form.
You immediately spot a lone figure crouched near the entrance to the loading dock. This must be still finally mounted. Davian's daughter. Please, find the ingredient.
It's not square, flat, or even. Is it just a log? It's a warped ass piece of plastic. So what I use as a desk is one of those 2.5 feet long, or maybe a 3 feet long plastic folding tables.
A druid kneels on top
And
of
it is
huge rats, protected
old
by
and
mystic
warped and
wool.
doesn't
She is
love us
completely
anymore.
absorbed by her task, poisoning the wine inside the vat. The Martikov family makes its home in this part of the winery.
If it ever did. If it ever did love us. She might have. I don't know. It's hard to know the feelings of inanimate objects. They're so unwilling to share their emotions. Here comes the boss. see how the internet goes upstairs for her. She's not going to come visit us. Maybe it wasn't her, maybe it was a doge. You know, it's not that far away from that beef, to be honest. Except completely different parts. But other than that, pretty much the same. So I do miss having just a straight up cleave, like on command. The great cleave, the great cleave, superior cleave, whatever it's called. The best of the cleaves. Just so I can hit the button and know that everything in the big circle got smacked real good. Strike through is like a mini cleave, but sometimes you just want to reach over and smack everything. Alright, are we ready to go down here? That one's down. But slime cannot be influenced, you guys. Just for the record. Just for the record, you cannot motivate those oozes one way or the other to get you or not get you. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's malarkey. The one hanging between our legs. Can we have that one, please? Make the assumption that we're not going to get attacked by a Reaper right here. Probably not a good assumption to make. We're going to switch to our Barovian stick anyhow. I'm too angry to cast spells. Let's get mad again. Let's get angry.
The druid prepares to attack. Why do you insist on the
We're just gonna stand here until this wood's chopped. Come here. Wow. That's pretty cray-cray. Oh, I guess we gotta throw a weight around now for sure. Now we have a macabre dwarven axe. Woo! Let's not run away without our end reward. Explosive goggles of insightful necromancy focus. So close! If that was explosive of insightful, like, evocation focus, I would be, like, super excited. Even at that level, I think I'd still be excited. Because at least then everything would line up together. It is. It probably is. I'm certain that it is in fact a trap, because it's 1,000 million points up the racial tree. However, again, if we're talking about the kind of craziness that I was talking about last night, about using like a max con dwarf tank warlock, I'd probably end up using throw your weight around as a way to do damage eventually. It's probably still fine to use the blue.
A chill wind blows down from the sky as you approach Yester Hill. Dark, ominous clouds gather high. A strange rhythmic chirp can be heard in the distance. You can't make out the...
Oh wait, our spells last longer than our rage does again. Oh, sweet. So we had a couple of windows where our rage actually lasted longer than our spells. Really weird. So our spells would end and we would still be raging Cajun. Couldn't recast anything. Ah, it's fair. Yeah, it's 100% a trap. Because there's not like a boost to do conda damage. There's not... You know what I mean? There's no really great way to kind of take advantage of that situation until later.
Forms emerge from the mist and attack.
These methods find us by now, right? For werewolves. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one spirit, to be honest. Feels very good. It also had a divine might based on con. Yes, exactly. I agree. But there's not a divine might for con that I know of. I also don't know if dwarves have a racial hate increase. think that's probably important for the tank as well. It has been a minute since I've done a racial dwarf. I don't think there's a dwarf iconic, so it's not like I can just throw it together and try it and throw it away. So I would have to roll something and give it a go. Down. Oh, because Night Shield's only 5 minutes. Okay. Because Night Shield is based off of my favorite soul level, not my druid level. Yeah, we probably need to get extend with our next feat if we can help it. Possibly.
The chanting grows louder as you approach the crescent road.
Bearbarian!
Wave of dread washes over you as you enter the circle of stones. Ahead is a huge, moving statue.
Dwarf tree has quite a bit of AC, but no threat. Yeah. So I think threat's probably very important. Yeah, you can. That's the reason I don't worry about it as much. I just divine might whenever it's low. I just always want the rage to last as long as possible, typically. Skirt today.
Examine the statue and find a hollowed-out cavity in the chest. A glowing green gem rests inside. You've stopped the druid's dark ritual and recovered the magic gem they stole from the vineyard.
you didn't have something better at 15, this would not be the worst. Oh boy. Yeah, I have the feeling that up until the election and probably a couple days after, everything on my Twitter feed's just going to be hyper political all the time. And I'm really looking for just like anything else to talk about. Like, I miss comics. I miss movies.
Giant bramble walls and dense banks of mist surround this swampy patch of ground. Muriel quietly beckons for
let's
you.
just switch back to this. I miss being able to
The ward
look
fades,
at
and some of the
my Twitter feed and find
you are now able to enter one village.
half a dozen like random things to talk about for 10 minutes at a time. He must have found a bad person. I don't see a bad person. Tom G, what's up, my man? Welcome to the stream. Tom Gappa. Yeah, a friend of mine, speaking of Tom Gappa, he apparently stumbled, I think that's what he said his name, stumbled into his podcast the other day. Apparently it is great. I may have to give it a shot at some point. Living the dream as best you can, well I think that's what we all strive to do, right? Woo-woo. I'm immune to your woo-woo howler nonsense. I'm the biggest beast around here. You can replace one finger on either hand with the following: refillable lighter, 6 inches stainless steel blade, rechargeable lumen 2000 lumen flashlight, spork, or a Sharpie that never goes dry.
The freed raven flies off. The ward's magic fades, allowing you to
I feel like it's got to be a fire stick, right? It's got to be the lighter because it's the most universally useful of the list. That feels correct to me. So, like, think about it. The lighter can do everything else, kinda, that the other items can do.
ruined building to the northwest.
So with a lighter,
The raven
you could
claws
make
the fence as
a
it flies away.
writing implement
With the ward disabled,
by charring the end of one stick, basically making yourself a little pencil. You can make light. Again, you could do it with another stick, or you can just hold it up on itself. Can't really cut that great, but you could, depending on what it is you're trying to work your way through. Well, you can self-defense with a lighter for sure. You take a hot lighter and shove it against somebody, they're gonna leave you alone. Food prep, on the other hand, that's a little bit tougher. It's hard to clean an animal with your lighter. But that being said, you could, you know, burn the hair off of a small animal. Obviously, you can cook it in general. Art, same thing though. I feel like you can get away with the... You use the lighter, I think, to also make art and to keep yourself occupied. Well, I'm not saying you're not correct. I'm saying though, if you... Especially if it was a hand, and out of nowhere you could just like light your finger on fire, even if it's just a little fire, get pretty crazy. But also think about it, most lighters, you can adjust the flame up. Yeah. Like I think I still have a lighter around here that's set for like a 2-inch or 3-inch flame. With a knife, your pam is deadly. It's true. But you ever like randomly set somebody on fire that's attacking you? Like think about it, they're wearing polyester. They like come at you, you like stick your hand out there and set their cowboy's jacket on fire. I only said that because I think they're like the universally disliked. The flashlight is the worst option. Could probably agree.
A raven calls loudly. It's trying to get your attention.
I mean, the advantage of the flashlight is that you can do a lot of things with a flashlight. But all those things can kind of be replicated by other items. Alright, so we're going to take a weird path, I think, to try to avoid as much of this fight as we can. Try to split the difference here.
You found what must be Baba Lasagna.
Ah, Baba Lasagna.
Magic mists that swirl around the building prevent you from entering.
That's a good question, though. A poll on Reddit and the flashlight won by a mile?
A nearby raven floats beside you.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Oh, that's right. This thing is not Ghostbane either. At the moment, nor probably will it be. It doesn't have slots.
The raven you freed flaps its wings and flies off. The magic wards near Baba Lasaga's hut have all been removed.
The top comment was ET cosplay.
Allowing you to enter the area.
That does raise the value of it a little bit. Not a lot. But at least a little bit.
A rank smell fills your nostrils as you enter the surprisingly spacious hut. A caged raven makes a commotion in the northeast corner. As the raven flies toward the exit, it says, "Take the gem from the chest and flee. This hut is more dangerous than it appears."
Alright, Baba Lasagna, let's go. Come on, sexy mama. Oh, I didn't click the chest, did I? It shook me down before I could click it.
A deep groan reverberates
No! Dancing ball. Alright, Mama Lasagna is gone. Beard Reaper, we're not that worried about.
Once more.
That's gotta be useful for other things, though. Like, if it was on an index finger, I keep thinking the pinky, right? That's where I think of it. But if it was an index finger, it could do some interesting things. Wow, this is like the closest thing to something interesting. You can choose either hand and any finger. Still not good. But at least this makes sense. Like, this passes the Drunken Wizard test. It's made of mithril, it's got hide and move silent on it, and it also has distant diversion. I'm gonna screenshot this. Just because it's the first item that I've seen in, like, ages that passes, in my opinion, the Drunken Wizard test. I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna post it. Come on. I don't see it. I don't think it's screenshotted. And I didn't confirm before I left. No! Okay, it did. I just wasn't sorted by screenshot. That's all. Boink. Crop this down really quickly. %, Reaper experience. Woohoo! Had to mute the stream, was doing KT. How's it? It's going good. It's going good. %, Reaper experience to the days you don't work. Well, we're not perfect here. We're not perfect. I'll take it though. I will take me some Reaper experience. That is one of the problems I've always had with the bonus days always being on the weekend. Because I usually don't get a chance to play during the weekends, I usually miss out on the bonus weekend stuff. At the end of the day, for me, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I get Friday.
At long last, your journey has brought you to a place of kindness.
All what's left of today, Friday. The way the weather's been, I'll probably get a chance to play over this weekend.
Among the monks of old,
I miss it.
a blessing lies hidden here.
But still.
We found the sun sword, though something seems to be wrong with it. The legends say it blazed
Right.
with a blinding light,
I feel you.
but this is just a lifeless hilt. Perhaps Arena knows how to make it shine again.
I see souls who search for
Yeah,
peace in
again, I typically feel the similar way, but I also have currently the best job ever, so
Tarnished key.
again, as
Two
always,
strange creatures guard the entrance to the main hall of the
thanks
Abbey.
to support of viewers like yourselves. And if you would like to help us out,
Otto unlocks the
you can become a
door.
Patreon at patreon.com/Samus
See Abbott now.
and help us out
You
the
can
most
greet
efficient
him by a
way
handsome
possible.
figure who moves with the grace
Yes.
of a saint.
Welcome, stranger.
Patrons also get the occasional email.
In a cold, dark
I sent one out prior to this TR, even,
Please
asking
explore
for
the grounds.
TR ideas and suggestions.
My hand.
A strange figure stands in one corner of the room, lost in her own thoughts.
I don't want to try this thing for... Random thought. I would love to see the animation for the bear, which would knock a mob across the screen on a killing blow. Yeah. I think the problem would be they would want to have that animation for pretty much all the mobs, which means that they would have to create a mob animation for that. Excuse me. But in general, I think that we should have effects like that in DDO, push and pull effects. I think it would be really good.
Most of this room
Elementals have
shows
death
some
animations. Why not the bear? Yeah, exactly. The same. This, like I said, they would want that for every mob. Where making something disappear and making it pink or red or whatever, turning into ice. Those are animations they already have. So it's easy to have that kind of stuff. That's true, that's true. I guess I'll put this thing on for Tlab. Again, I need to get it. I need to make time to work on it. But there we go. We'll set it up here like this for right now. So one of the things that we try to do for the Big Daddies here is let people make me be ridiculous. It's actually not bad today. Hell, maybe this is perfect, actually. Maybe this keeps my ears warm and gets the light out of my eyes. How could I have been so foolish to not realize that this is the way? Looks good. I can't move my head, though. If I move, I will cover my head. But, like, I can't see! Alright, that's enough nonsense. We're not coming back, right? Do I care? I don't think I'm coming back, nor do I think I care. We'll just ignore it. Man, it's almost 1 o'clock already. I can tell because I'm hungry. I was hungry last night when I went to bed even. I went up and I played with the Instapot. I put on what I'm calling an Ever Stew right now. Basically, it's those of you who know me know that I buy a lot of roasts because they're the most economical way for my diet to kind of like exist. So usually what I do is I cube those roasts and I basically make stew meat out of it, but then I fry it so I get all the little crispy bits. But today and this week, basically I'm taking the equivalent of 1 roast at a time and putting it into the Instapot on slow cook mode, which turns out is actually really great. Like, because it's sealed, you don't have to worry about liquid coming out, so it doesn't evaporate out, which is something that I worry about in other crock pots. I'm tired of seeing the floor misses. Alright, we're almost full. We can heal up again. But, so anyway, I'm basically just continuously adding meat to this pot now, which is working out really nicely. So during the overnights, I'll go and I'll add a new piece of meat, like basically before I go to bed, and I'll set the crock pot for 12 hours. I'll make sure that the liquid's topped off as well. But during the day, after I've had my first meal, I can just leave it on warm. And it has been a really good way to kind of like watch my intake. Especially if you drink some of the broth, because the water sucks up all that fat and stuff. So it seems to be a really good way of getting the fat content up in my diet and actually getting it consumed. So my head has not been as bad this week. And whenever I assume that that's why, I don't know if that's actually true, but I feel like the higher fat content that I can get my diet for the week, the less my head hurts. I should really go crazy testing that and do nothing but like eat lard. It's like straight out of the container. Makes me want to vomit just thinking about it.
And let Irina into the shrine. There you are. This seems so familiar, but I'm sure I've never been here before. Did you bring the sun sword? I feel that it somehow
Eating a tasty ham. Delicioso.
Irina takes the sun sword and tenderly places it
Our
on the
UMD is 1 lower than what we need for this.
shrine. This is where we would meet.
I bet we could slot a charisma on something that's not already got charisma slotted
The sword remains inert. There is no sound.
and be able to use it.
The water lapping at the edge of the pool. Suddenly, an image appears in the sparkling waters of the pool. A handsome youth with a kind and noble visage. The sadness in his eyes turns to sudden joy. Tatiana, it has been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last. Irina gasps. Sergei, my beloved. Oh, we were to be married so long ago. Has this blessed pool called your spirit to me? As she reaches for Sergei, she is pulled down beneath the rippling water and into her lover's embrace. You have never seen a happier couple as they begin to
ready to go on the attack yet?
For a moment, all is quiet. Then a peal of thunder shakes the land.
Gotta be soon.
A dark voice from beyond the mountains cries out. A dark figure appears near the shrine.
Come on, come into the water. How bad is this really? Not that bad. Crushing despair, whatever.
This is a waste of my time. You are trapped here, just as I am.
Woohoo! Kindred spirit!
Better to leave you alive. I can watch your dreams die slowly.
With that, Strahd vanishes with the wind. For a moment, you
Drink a
describe
charisma
the
pot and
life
re-equip
behind
won't pull
the
off.
most
It's true.
holy,
It's true.
deserted land.
I was
Then,
thinking about just grabbing my
the sun sword
7-finger
blazes
gloves
forth
to
with a
just like
warm,
swap on
bright
and swap it
light.
in.
You pick up the sun sword. The instant you touch the hilt of the dazzling weapon, you realize that this is the weapon that could slay
The reason why I
that this
thought
is the
about
key
just,
to
you know,
ending
I have all these
destiny.
items with empty slots.
Something starts to grow within you.
I bet you I have a junk charisma
Something
slot
you had
somewhere,
almost
like
forgotten. Hope.
just at random in here. I bet you I have a charisma diamond. Yeah, like there's a charisma. Do I not have another charisma? There's a 3. Like I could pull this charisma out right here, and I could slot it in this thing and not lose a moment's sleep about it. Just confirm that there's nothing else in here. Yeah, confirmed. Now we should be able to... I'm just really curious how this works with the strike through is all. That, and also the idea of having a best defense on. I don't know if it's any good. I've never tried this kind of combat style on the bear, really. Not in a long time. The last time I think I did a sword and board druid, heck, I don't even think they... I mean, they had bears, but I don't think I did a bear even. I think I did, I think it was still dogs all the time, because bears were really bad. The cap may have still been 20. Java bot used to be a bear. He might become a bear again at some point too, I don't know. This one's so old I don't think it has a slot, no. I think the new one's got a slot. Best part of the bear is the dancing. I know that you're a fan of the dancing bears. I know that you go see dancing bear shows at least once a week. That's what I hear anyway. He's like, hashtag unsubscribed. Only when I'm not streaming. That's fair. Alright, okay, it's just a blue slot. Go say I saw something that had a blue slot in it. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't something useful. Alright. Do I need to change one or both of these to be quicker? Seven weapon damage is a lot. Don't think it needs to be on a faster cooldown. Do I want this to go up? Cut that cooldown in half. It's also 10 hit points. Yeah, I think I'm going to hit both of these, actually. And just to make sure that it works, I'm going to put it over here. And I have unprepared spell slots? Of course I do. For things I'm never going to cast. I do like Quench. Just again, it's something that's probably never going to get cast. Whatever. It's not a 0% chance that we don't cast that at some point. Alright, Harrowing Pact does the knockdown effects. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh wait, that's a dog only form. Duration 16 seconds. Okay, so this is not a... What am I thinking of? I thought there was a really bad... guard that you could cast on yourself. Maybe it's a little higher level. Here, we'll take Divine Fire, whatever this is called, in the off chance that we want to use it to light a pillar or something. Ah, yes, merfolks. So now we both merfolks and breathe underwater. We are ready, folks. Crushing those underwater quests. Oh, the other thing I want to do, they said that they changed the fire blade. So at level 7, it's Fiery 2, Flaming Blast 2, Vampiric Bond. What? Shit. But it's always wisdom to damage? It's always wisdom to damage. Wow, if it wasn't always wisdom to damage, that would be... That could be good. It's very good now. The only problem is no filleries in epics, but the damage scales even to 30. Yeah, that's what I was seeing. I guess you could make a one-handed and then dual wield so your filigrees are in your offhand. No. Sentient has to be main hand. Well, then you could dual wield and then re-equip your sentient weapon? Put it in your offhand? I don't know, there's been times that I've considered having the Druid Past Life be my feat that I've taken. That is interesting option. Come on. You could, but you still have to take wisdom to hit and damage from Falcon. Depends on, depends on your, what's going on, right? Oh, you're talking about the sentient in your offhand. Or on your main hand. Again, I suppose it depends on what it is, right? There has to be another weapon that's got wisdom to hit and damage. I know Shu was working on a list of items that didn't use the standard stats. Not that has a level 30 raid damage dice. Oh, that's fair.
This impressive structure houses the...
Maybe you'll be able to equip something. Maybe they'll figure it out. Oh, right. Speaking of figure it out, I didn't re-figure out that I wanted a hireling. But really, the only reason I need a hireling is to cast Death Ward on me now. We can try to make do with potions. Or the clicky and the potions. Maybe they'll create some sort of hilt that you can equip your sentient item in for those kind of spells. Because we have a couple now. So when you cast those kind of spells, it'll still apply the hilt to it. Yeah, like I said, I've been looking at it. I have been looking at it. I will not lie. That's why I've been checking it. I've been checking the Force one too. Also, just because something is not good in epics doesn't mean it's only good in heroics. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist not in epics. Where there's literally system after system built for not heroics. Usually systems that could be tweaked and easily have a heroic version.
Hurry, for the Wizard King awaits.
Not to get back up on my high horse as always. If they just like stopped building it for level 20, then I would give it to you. Like, this stops scaling or doing anything at level 20. Yeah. Still think that it would not be the world's biggest deal for them to add some sort of bone for heroic sentient weapons. Doesn't have to be a lot. Like if they put a cap on the sets at 2 in heroic, and then they change the filigrees to be any level, that's all I'm asking. And you can equip the sentient jewel to... They can even go through and pick the items as far as I care. I still think the system in general is bad. But it's fine. I would have much rather seen the system as a system designed to augment the weapon you already have and have it be built off of more like the more like the Reaper experience. Which would have made it much easier to have a heroic version of. All of them would be commas. Hey, I guess monks become much more popular for heroic levels. Probably not, but something would happen. Why are we... Why are we getting so many incorporeals here? Yeah, the right stuff going on, I'd be a common monk. I wouldn't even care. I'd make it work. Played common monks in the past, actually. Alright, first of all, yeah, we all know wizards are the best. Down with literally all the rest. Anything monk is kind of bad at 30 at the moment. They had their time in the sun for a while. That's the thing that people don't realize when they complain about stuff, is that they either expect everything to be the best always. Like, oh, my build was so good and now it's not the best anymore. Well, it's like, come on, man. Come on, man! They're gonna mix and match and move things around so other things can be at the best.
A genie blocks your path. I am bound to guard this gate, mortal.
Come on, man.
The Lion of Manectric stares at you. Stone cracks and crumbles beneath your feet.
Don't be a dog-faced pony soldier over there. Urgh. Oh, the slow run back to the beginning. Malarkey. That's right. I was the guys were over this last weekend, and I started doing my thing where I use I've worked Malarkey into my day-to-day conversational toolbox. But I was in the process of transitioning to "come on, man" as well, because I think it's really funny.
Crumbling stone falls
And my
away.
friend Dustin looks at me and he's like, "Why are you doing it? Like, why?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I think these sayings are amazing." Like, what do you mean, what sayings? I'm like, "Come on, man," to everything. And Malarkey and Dog-Faced Pony Soldier. I just rattled off like 4 or 5 of them. They're so good. Say whatever you want about Joe Biden. The man has brought back some classics. And I'm on board. And actual classics, not like pretend classics. Oh, I don't want to have to go kill all the monsters to loot the chest. And hairy legs are okay again. Only hairy legs that change color in the sun, though. Again, say what you want about Joe Biden. A lot of different criticisms are fair. I, however, for one, love the way he talks. I really do. But I'm secretly 1,000, so whatever. that tough guy New Yorker thing that the president has. I'm not a big fan of, but I really like how Joe Biden's. I don't know if you'd call it an accent or not. Do we need both? We need both. Also really like the side to side. What? Is it curse and then disease? Oh, it was disease and then curse. Oh, hello, danger. I'm in danger. I will hit my danger button. Have a good one, Tom. Appreciate you as always, my friend. Curse then disease. I don't know. I always thought you got to get rid of dick rot before you can remove the curse so your dick rot doesn't come back. Corn Pop is also a trending screen name. Poor guy. The supernaturally is more powerful than the natural. Well, it's both a disease and a curse, right? Yeah, it's like mega herpes. I didn't know you were on your way back to Vegas again. Oh yeah, I did. I take it back. I'm dumb. I did actually know that, now that I think about it. Yeah. I remember you, what was it? You were, you made a comment about you would have liked to have been able to buy the expansion for people, but due to heading to Vegas again, you got to put that money towards the Vegas trip. I remember now. Which is cool. I think you're gonna have a blast. Internet Dice Club, huh? Oh, nice. I am a person who likes to clean up the quest right here in the middle. And then that lets me do the last part at what feels like a good rate of return. Getting at the first is the worst. Getting it in the middle, I think, is the best, and getting in the last tunnel is the second to best, or the second to worst, however you want to look at it. There we go. No, don't finish. Just go away. I still don't know if I got the... I don't think I did. I don't think it matters. I just want it to go on for now.
got my phone on mode, but and I had it closed. When it lights up, it means it's got notifications in there. It was all lit up, and I didn't realize. Again, huh? I don't think we're gonna make it to level 15 this stream. Because it's 1:30 and we have probably 7 or 8 more minutes left of this. Maybe not quite that long. And now you're not gonna get a big chunk of experience. We'll probably get somewhere near the middle of this rank, I would presume. Oh, I should have fixed my curse before I did that. I mean, we're still mostly full on hit points, but we got a nice big burst there. I feel that you're not in a party who does this split of the tower. Finishing the quest is not worth it, in your opinion. So, we can look at the net math in a second. But if it's in the middle, the math, I think, still works out slightly ahead. Oh, goodness. Slightly. I'm still doing it backwards, aren't I? I'm trying to think who... I did the math for somebody. So there's 2,000... 4,000... We picked up another thing, so 5,000... $9,000.
You spy the wizard
10,000.
This doorway.
Definitely less than 5, or definitely less than 10 minutes to do that. I didn't catch the time, but I bet it was probably closer to 5 minutes to do it. I wish I would have started one of the buffs after that. So like it's a little more than 10,000 experience points and the 3 chests to do that. Plus I picked up at least 1, 2. I picked up 2 more chests after that, so I picked up 5 chests. Which again is not the end of the world, but take whatever we can get. Especially if I'm going to end up de-slotting everything. Alright, so let's see. What do we want to do? What else do we have in the 12 range? We have Cursed Crypt, which you can't open. Diplomatic Chain. Yeah, we could go do that chain. Relic of a Sovereign Pass can be really quick. Again, a lot of these things are much, much faster with a group that can split. Also, if I wasn't a greedy butt and I just decided I was fine with this Barovian Quarterstaff being added to my character forever, we could probably switch to the Barovian Quarterstaff a lot. I could put one in this Light Unyielding. I'm just not sure it's what I want to have Ghost Touch all the time. I definitely feel like the Bloom has had its high point, and now we're on the other side. It's still very good. Body feeding and paralyzing are like some of my favorite things. Alright, I think we're probably okay here. So where do we want to start focusing on next? Do we want to start focusing on the Nature's Protector next, or do we want to try to get some of our stuff back? Because we're high enough, we can get up here pretty easily. I would not be opposed to having the Beast Awakened, and this chain is actually pretty good for us. This point's not, but this point is. This is good. This is good. Obviously, we can't get all the way up there, but Castaway Raging is good. More Strength is good. Getting probably the hit points. Oh, they don't have the hit point percentage in bear form now. What? Oh yeah, it does. There it is. Bear form and a shield equip. So we probably won't do the hit points anyway. Probably just do... These all says with the shield equip. What about you? Do you say and a shield equipped? No. Weird. Why is this both being in bear and have a shield? Gross. Never mind. That's why you're running Bastard Sword. That makes sense. I like the idea that this savage roar picks up an effect, kind of make you want to hit that more often. I would like to get up to the power boost in Frenzy. It's possible I just don't give a crap about Cleave anymore. It's possible I just want to focus on Ravager now for Bear. Oh, by the way, I don't remember who it was, whether it was Beef or somebody else. These selectors are all Charisma. Regardless of what they say. They are all Charisma. Tested and confirmed. Well, I spent 41 points in Occult Slayer. If you take whatever you take, it's like if you take strength, wisdom, dexterity, whatever you take, what actually gets modified on your character sheet is charisma. Not this stat. It's a bug that somehow managed to slip through the cracks, I guess. Somebody last night asked me about it, and I was like, that can't be correct. And then I tried it, and it was in fact correct. Oh, I didn't click the death ward. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt later.
Primitive architecture used by various wildmen tribes.
Well, it shouldn't even be coded like that. Probably. It should probably be bringing in a class and modifying the class. Like, you should have the class should be something along the lines of like multi-selector stats or something, and then you should just be able to modify which stats you want. So like it shouldn't even be, it should be coded once and then modified that way. Which means it's probably not, it's probably a giant mess. I mean, that is a known object. Which means it either hasn't been reported enough, or QA is aware and has a fix in, but nobody has implemented that code into the patch.
The cavern ahead.
Because again, it's probably a matter of changing, like...
This must be where the panthers make their den.
Should just be a matter of changing some outside variables when it's called. Yeah, probably.
jungle canopy gives way to a shrub-filled clearing. From the southwest comes the tang of salty sea air.
Out of curiosity, does Illusionist have the same issue? I don't know. I didn't actually get to the point where I was taking a stat out of Illusionist, I don't think.
You notice a bamboo bridge crossing the ravine.
My Illusionist tree...
Perhaps it leads back towards Henrita's camp.
I basically got to here and stopped. I never was able to get up that to there.
The presence of the Droam soldiers and siege machines is disturbing. But it is possible you must warn him.
I feel like I should just jump down there and kill all that. Like, I'll just jump down there and solo those guys. It's fine. Currently raged. Drink this potion.
The armor and weapons of these dead creatures matches the ones on the beach. Clearly this was a scouting party, and their hostile reaction to your presence supports Yulivian's invasion theory. Been destroyed. By now, there must be many parties of Droam soldiers spread throughout the jungle.
What time is it? It's 10 till? Oh man. I think we'll get this finished up, but...
A sturdy bamboo fence stands several yards off.
Let's see.
Guarded by
Also, I
solitary
believe
vine-crasher
today is
wildman.
Remy's last...
With any luck, the guard did not hear the fate of his compatriots.
last day off. I don't know for sure, actually. I know he took Tuesday and Wednesday off, but I think he took... Oh, nice. I don't negotiate with wild men. Just Talab. Talab is the wildest man that I negotiate
Pond
with.
scum and fungi float along the top of this polluted pond.
Ooh, a fragrant drought. Nice. Nice. I usually just diplomacy my way through here, so I thought it would be a nice change to hint him through, but now I'm regretting everything. Displacement is real. Who do we not kill? You? You would challenge me? I just ate your village. You didn't have the honor to leave me a... Oh my goodness, what guy's missing? Didn't have the honor to leave me a chest. I gotta go get this guy way back here.
With the elimination of the Vine Thrasher clan, you are no longer impeded from using their lands as you see fit. The front and back gates out of the village are open for
I do
traffic.
feel a little bad. I did just kill this guy's village to be able to do things. The guy here is replacing your window. It's going to be strange with only the rear without the dark tint. Oh, like your window is tinted and he's putting in a clear window now? Okay, yeah, I'm picking it up. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's kind of strange that they wouldn't try to make it all match, unless you added the tint. Well, the girls. 27. Yeah, that is a bit of a challenge for me to get there quickly. They're logging off for the evening, I believe. I shouldn't presume, but I saw Grim log off, which means that Will's probably not far behind. Yeah, we put a aftermarket tint on in the windows on the south-facing wall.
While the stones are ancient,
Wife really liked them.
tents and banners around
Part of it
them
was an
are
experimentation to see about darkening the bus windows. I like the perforated there's a word vinyl, perforated vinyl
From a
that I put on the windows.
voice barks
I like it,
Soldiers of Droam,
but it
stand
doesn't
down.
work the way that I
The
thought,
war
like as
captain
well as I
wishes
thought it was going
parley
to
with
work.
the intruders.
I wish I could make him do something useful. I can try to add more channel point emotes and see if any of them actually start to work. I honestly don't know why they don't work. And most of the users that I have, like the suggestions for things to do with your channel points, are things like take a drink of water, like stay hydrated, I would like them to finish that system. They clearly had some cool things in mind, and then they just chose not to implement them, I think.
Ilos Wall dead.
Yeah, I wish that one would work.
Avoiding war with Droam has vanished.
I don't know why it doesn't.
Cedric
I mean,
is slowed. Enough, perhaps, to give Stormreach time to prepare.
can I
for
even
war.
use it? don't think even I can use it. Yeah, I can't even use it. So I don't know why it doesn't work. But I will look at adding some more. I'll try to add some more emotes here in the next couple of weeks. That's all I can do, and see if some of them decide to start working. Maybe I can add some dice at the least. I mean, that's the easy, like the least thing that I could do is add some dice. I've been looking at the possibility of having a professional do some emotes for us. It's possible that I do a dozen. I don't know. If you guys have ideas what you'd like to have more channel points do, you can let me know and I'll take things under advisement for sure. I mean, I feel like I always have. You guys have made good suggestions over the years on how to make the stream more of what you guys want. And we can continue to look at some of that stuff. Oh. Yeah, I would like to get a Remy emote for sure, but again, I would need to get a professional to get it done. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something that I wanted to do. I don't know what it is. I definitely know I'm ready to go get some breakfast though, so I think I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know how long today's break is going to be, if it's going to just be a short one, or if it's going to be a long one, an actual warlock fish. Yeah, I might be able to morph those things together and make a warlock fish. Perhaps. I could probably also steal a bunch of the icons from the DDO Wiki, right? Like, I could steal a bunch of the spell emotes, or the spell icons, and turn them into emotes. If people are really interested. That would be something easy to do. Any of the emotes really would, or any of the icons here would be good to snag. Hell, I think some of the other streamers literally just use the icons for their actual emotes. So I could start dumping stuff in there. It's usually like some pretty easy to go stuff. Like the rage emote would be something that we could stick in there as well. The paladin icon is problematic, I agree. Put the bear wild shape in there. Oh, my little brother sent a photo. What photo did my little brother send? It's that time of the year. Don't forget to put tire chains on your Crocs and flip them into 4x4s. It can get slick out there. So Remington loves Crocs. I also wear a lot of Crocs, or have worn a lot of Crocs in the past, but I've switched to the Zero shoes. So that was nice of him. The holes in the front are designed to stick your toes through for more traction. Those are the tire chains. And the strap on the back is the four-wheel drive. Something like that. All right, I tell you what. If people have like 4 or 5 icons, I'll start going through the through the icons out of here, and we'll start adding them. And we'll just see if we can knock out like 3 or 4 of them. I'll have to take them out, resize them a bunch, stuff like that. But throw a list of a couple of them together, and I will. The Morning Lord icon, like this face. Like, that's a weird face, like, to be added. The deity icon. I mean, this deity? Is there? Hang on, let me go back. This yellow sun. Okay, I can add that. I'll go in and start messing with it and see if we can get it added. Illuminar's Brilliance. Does anyone have another one? Buff for a COVID-19 mask. Ooh. Brain. I bet you I can make a Samus. I could take a Samus and make it look like this. Oh, the icon for Bluff. Yeah, it does kind of look like it. Alright, has anyone got one more? If there's one more, I'll try to work on getting those in there. So I can make a Samus that looks like he's wearing a buff, probably. If people want a COVID-19 mask. So I'm not sure what else you can get away with doing for Twitch. So like, let a viewer choose which game or map you play next. Like, I ask you guys what you want to do all the time. The axe to the head, we can do that. Let a viewer customize the game character. Again, not that kind of thing. Give a friend request. Whatever. Dance on stream. Give a personal shout out. Whatever. Turn the chat to emote only mode for 5 minutes. We could do that, but I don't think people would like that, right? Do you guys want me to turn the channel into chat mode for 5 minutes? Or emote mode only? And then change something in your room. Woo! Sorry, you can only use emotes now for the next couple of minutes. So yeah, I'll see if I can get some of the emotes up and running. And we'll see what we can figure out. So we'll see if we can get those 3 or whatever done. Alright, everybody, with that, I'm going to take a little break, get something to eat. I'll do my best to continue to brainstorm some of these things, but I know that one of the complaints... In fact, I've got it a couple times this week about the emotes. We'll see what we can do. We can also do, like, weapon icons. Hireling emotes. Like, any of the icons, really, are... as far as I'm concerned, up for grab. We'll see. Alright, everybody. We'll be back. Peace, much love. I'll see you in a couple hours. Toodles.